Hi all, this is Catch 25 Science Academy YouTube channel and welcome back to Biology Snippets with Vrishti Mehta. Today we'll again be continuing biomolecules. But before we start with the video, I request you all to kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos. Do not forget to like the video and press the bell icon for further notifications if you like our content. So, let us get started. Biomolecules are like those small kids in a garden who continuously keep jumping from one form to another. Let us today overview the dynamic state of body constituents. Living organisms contain thousands of biomolecules. These biomolecules keep changing and transforming from one form to another inside the body. This is what we call as turnover of biomolecules. The reaction by which biomolecules convert from one form to another is called metabolic reaction or metabolism. And importantly, these metabolic reactions never occur alone. Few metabolic reactions grouped together are termed as metabolic pathway. Can you name any metabolic pathway that you have come across in grade 10 or 11? To name a few, we can include glycolysis and Krebs cycle under metabolic pathway. The set of transformations during a metabolic pathway is called dynamic state of body constituents. It has a defined rate of reaction and direction. Because our body has a number of metabolic pathways happening inside of it, many of these pathways crisscross each other at various points. Like metabolic pathways of glucose and fatty acid crisscross each other at acetyl coenzyme A. Metabolic pathway can also be segregated as linear or circular pathways. Examples are glycolysis and Krebs cycle respectively. Now, after understanding the patterns of metabolic pathways overall, let us zoom in a bit and understand the components of a single metabolic pathway. If a body is a simple structure or chemical is converted into a complex structure or chemical, then the reaction is termed as anabolic reaction or biosynthesis. Simple example of anabolism is formation of cholesterol from acetic acid. Anabolic reactions consume energy. When a complex structure or chemical is broken down into a simple structure or chemical, the reaction is termed as catabolic reaction or degradation. A very simple example of catabolism is breakdown of glucose to lactic acid in our skeletal muscle. Catabolic reactions release energy. This energy gets stored between the second and the third phosphate bond in ATP. This ATP is used as source of energy for various processes in our body. After learning about anabolism and catabolism, I have an interesting question for you. Are we at equilibrium or not? Let us find an answer to this from a biological point of view. Do you think the concentration of every metabolite is same in the body? Let me make this a little simple for you. Do you think concentration of glucose and any hormone, for example insulin, is equal in our body? Well, the answer is obviously no. Glucose is measured in terms of millimoles per liter, while hormones are produced every minute in terms of nanogram per milliliter. Every chemical inside a body has to be maintained more or less by a fixed concentration. This can be termed as steady state concentration. But to maintain this steady state, there are continuous changes in the body by the help of metabolism and energy usage. This continuous change in the metabolite is called metabolic flux. So while our internal system is working during this metabolic flux, can we say we are at equilibrium? Answer is definitely no. If we are at equilibrium, we cannot be performing work. We are performing work, metabolic work. Hence, we as a living body are at non-equilibrium. The physics inside you might be getting a little impatient to argue with your biology on this topic of equilibrium. I'll leave you with that argument. Make sure biology wins. So that's it for today's biology snippet. If you found this content helpful in understanding the topic in a better way, subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you.